Hey, please, Daddy Steve, please like and subscribe. Okay, on a deep dive or quick dive into the museum, the mechanics, if you look to the top right about how this works, is the more commanders that you unlock, the more exponentially expensive that it is to unlock them, or to unlock subsequent ones. So you may well think about the ones that you are going to use and, just get rid of the ones, or if I go into a review, say you want to salvage, you might want to salvage the ones that you was never going to use. And then it brings down the cost to unlock, the additional commanders. All right, so there we go, Spriable. Aethelflaedt. I don't use context. I don't use her anymore, but there's that potential that I might use her because she's a good debuff commander. So if I'm in a situation where I need a sixth army, she may well be in that. So it's pointless me unlocking her. Or I might just throw her in the canyon sometimes and just see what she can do in terms of debuffing. So anyway, I'm going to keep her on balance. Richard. Okay, so for Richard, killing barbarians generally, I need somebody out there that's going to, be tanky or add that tankiness or add that healing factor. And if it happens to be infantry, because I might send out Seong-Gye, you know what I mean, just because it does the area effect damage, but I want Seong-Gye to be tanky, so I'll give Seong-Gye infantry troops when attacking barbarians. So I'm going to tear her up. Tear that up. Going to pair it up with Richard, and I want that with infantry as well. I'm aware the infantry, Seong-Gye is archers. Those infantry will be faster and also have counterattack damage and also the tankiness from Richard. So definitely Richard as well. Mehmed. Okay, so Mehmed, it's just a kind of general use. Sometimes I throw him in. I might be sending something to get a fort or something like that. So the troop health and the skill damage, and he's got skill damage and his main skills boosts on his main skill as well. It's just, yeah, might as well. Okay, Seong-Gye, oh, come on. Of course, an absolute essential to unlock. It's only very recent that his meta has taken him more or less kind of out the game for the bigger players, but he's not going to be out of place in any team. If you got 5 armies, 6 armies, definitely, then Seong-Gye is probably going to make an appearance with that all area effect damage and that skill damage bonus on top too, the 5%. Yeah, of course. Mulan. Okay, so canyon battles. It's way too useful. She gives that boosts to more than one commander, so I think to all about 5 troops, if I remember correctly off the top of my head. But anyway, she's going to boost your troops, and she's going to boost her health, give her a bit more tankiness, and the skill damage reduction. So is that kind of... Yeah, she just needs to hang in there for as long as she can, just to boost your troops. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so we're getting into the grey areas now. Cao Cao. I might send Cao Cao on a fast march somewhere, maybe with even a Belisarius, you know what I mean? With 1 troop or something. I just want him to cover the area of the map on a technicality. And just because I might use him, not in battles, but I say sometimes just for forts with a throwaway Cav commander that want to get there and back really quick, and that's the main thing I'm thinking. But sometimes I use Cao Cao. Sometimes. Julio. Sometimes I use him. I think on the build-up, most people are going to need Julio. When you're building up your commanders, and this is a free commander, obviously don't spend any gold heads on him or anything like that. I'm just talking strictly for a museum. Then this additional all damage, I mean, he does token damage anyway. You know what I mean? But this additional all damage and march speed, you know what I mean? You ain't going to turn that down. So I think Julio. Alexander the Great, I think he is coming back. He's been drawn back from the depths. I've seen people talk, even given that, I've seen people talk too large about Alexander the Great. Listen, he doesn't do anything. I mean, he doesn't allow the debuff. I acknowledge that. But he doesn't actually do. It's like he doesn't do much in terms of attack either. You know what I mean? So he's kind of like one of those neutrals, like kind of coasting down. He's basically the definition of neutral, if you heard, for anybody that drives. So whatever speed you're going, he'll keep you going at that speed, but he ain't gonna add to that speed. There's a boy racer right next to you. We are Fast and Furious right here, and he ain't gonna help you. But I can't rule him out. That's why he's still there. I can't rule him out. And sometimes it's useful just to get there quickly. Again, maybe doing an infantry fort rally, and you just want to get there quickly and Yeah, let's keep Alex. Let's keep him. Constantine. Okay, so he used to be old. I mean, I've been playing this game for so long. He used to be the garrison must-have meta, of course, with that healing factor in there. Infantry health boosts, very useful. And he's still generally useful. And I used him in the canyon. Sometimes I might pair him up with Luce, of all people. Just makes him more tanky, just with that health boost. And he adds to the infantry attack, which helps Luce. Obviously, using an attack-based damage commander. And that normal damage again, which helps Luce yet again. Of course, man. Keep Constantine is an essential, especially for an infantry portion. I've seen people talking about Charles. Maybe listen. I could just, if you look bottom left, salvage him, and that will lower the cost. If you look to the top right, the cost of those materials in order to upgrade whoever I replace him with. You know what I mean, in this pecking order. But I am an infantry man, so maybe we'll have a change of heart. And I am steadily building up those top right. If you look to the top right, those reserves in the top right, in order to do something. So just because of might, I'm on the fence. I'm going to keep him. Frederick, definite no. Minamoto, I guess. Listen, if you're a Cav commander, you've already got him built up. I'm a pay to play. I haven't bothered to build him up. Just over the whole 5 or 6 years I've been playing this game, I haven't bothered to build him up. It's too late now. Ain't going to happen. I don't recommend, if you haven't already done it, building up Minamoto. Forget El Cid. Listen, I'm not really an archer man, so I'm going to skip past him just because I can only talk about the things that I know. Hannibal, way too old in the game, dead in the game. Charlemagne, way too old in the game, dead in the game. Ragnarok. I think that's where they were going with this, wasn't it? Ragnar Lodbrok, otherwise known as Ragnarok to his mates. Yeah. No, not so late in the game, but just dead. Thutmose dead. Genghis Khan used to be the alpha rally commander. Some people may still use him. If you still do, then obviously you would unlock. I don't, so I won't. Saladin may be some kind of general purpose use if you're a cavalry major. Otherwise, you can make your own decision. In all these, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just coming from my perspective based on the strength of my game. That's all I can do. Thomas Cyrus, no. Edward, no. Who's Etienne? No. Pyrrhus, no. Okay, I hope that was useful. In terms of absolute essentials. General usefulness for me, Richard, absolute. Seong-Gye, absolute. Top. Probably Constantine as well. And Alexander, with honourable mentions to Mulan and Mehmed. Hope that was useful. Please like and subscribe. That's Steve and I'm out.